Good afternoon. I would now like to call to order the September 30th Sun Lakes HOA number 2 Board of Directors meeting to order. I would ask those in the audience today to please turn off your mobile devices or put them in silent mode. This meeting is being recorded for the accuracy of the minutes. The agenda for today's meeting was set at our agenda planning meeting last week. Board members and audience, please note that item number 18B under new business has been added to the agenda today. This has to do with golf rate fees for 2020-2021. I would now ask Hank to lead us today in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Hank. Now I'm going to ask the board members, starting with Irene D'Alicio, to introduce themselves.
Irene D'Alicio, Director.
Don Hicks, Director.
Frank Gould, Treasurer.
Roger Beagle, President.
Jay Zawatsky, Vice President.
Hank Unk, Secretary.
Bud Jensen, Director.
Steve Nolan, General Manager.
Very good, thank you. Now I'd like to recognize those managers that are in attendance today. Your attendance is greatly appreciated by this board. Since this meeting has no audience except for the necessary management, I will try and explain the items on the agenda to the viewing audience as we proceed. As we go through our agenda, the board members will be asked if they have or need additional information, have any questions, or need clarifications on any agenda items. Now, with all that is completed, it's finally start our board business today. First on the agenda is to approve the August 26th board meeting minutes. These have been distributed to the board members. Board members, are there any corrections to the minutes?
No.
Hearing no corrections from the board members, can I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes? All those in favor, oops, I have to have a motion first.
So moved.
Second.
Got ahead of myself there, didn't I? Didn't mean to do that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And those opposed say nay. The August 26th board meeting minutes are approved. Next, we have the president's message. As president of your board of directors, I can now announce that we are moving forward with 2 anticipated projects for our homeowners and the community. First is the repurposing of a portion of the old fitness center area. In January of this year, the board of directors approved the preliminary design and construction documents for the proposed computer learning center. The design and prepared construction documents have been received from Ken Eller from ArchiCAD Architects. These documents have been completed, and today the board of directors toured the area of the old fitness center with Ken Eller, a donor, and Steve Nolan. It should be noted that the computer learning center will only take up a portion of the total area of the old fitness center. Second, Ken Eller from ArchiCAD Architects has also completed the drawings for 2 additional pickleball courts. This now gives the board the ability to proceed in obtaining some cost estimates for this project. Cost estimates will be needed since this is a capital improvement project before we can move forward. Keep informed and stay tuned for updates on these projects. The starting and completion of these projects will give our community an updated and looking fresh look. That sounded good. Now we have the Employee of the Month. Now I'm going to struggle with the name, but we're going to get through this, okay? Luis de Ojeda Garcia. Luis is always going above and beyond to make sure food tastes special for each patron. He has been a teacher and a mentor to cooks. The ability to take on new tasks without being asked and fix problems without being told. He has made a natural leader in this position. Luis takes pride in making soups and specials, using his skill to perfect the flavor and execution of the dishes. Luis should be recognized for all of his hard work over his 6 years of employment. Luis, you continue to do a great job for the restaurant, and your efforts are very much appreciated by our community. You are deserving of the Employee of the Month recognitions, and congratulations. Okay, now we're to the Treasurer's Report. Frank Gould.
Yes, thank you. This report contains the financial results for the month of August and year-to-date actual versus budget. We'll be focusing on two areas in the summary report. One is the year-to-date actual, and the second is the year-to-date variance, which is the difference between our actual results and what was budgeted. And I'm rounding the numbers to the closest thousands. In the area of homeowner services, year-to-date actual net is $540,000. That's a positive, which is $330,000 better than budgeted. In the food and beverage area, year-to-date actual net is a negative $70,000. However, it is $149,000 better than budgeted. Golf, year-to-date, the actual net is a negative $76,000, which is $132,000 negative less than budgeted. Overall, the association net for the year-to-date is $394,000. That's the year-to-date actual, and that is $347,000 better than budgeted. As mentioned in previous reports, our management team's effort to control costs and within COVID restrictions, generate new revenues has contributed greatly to the HOA's sound financial status. The PV Gate Fund, year-to-date net is a negative $1,275, which is $1,259 less than budgeted. The special funds balances are year-to-date figures, and all of these funds are healthy. Number of homes sold year-to-date through August is 231. The resulting revenue from these sales is $338,000, which will be added to the capital improvement fund. A copy of the summary report will be available in the administration building tomorrow, but recommended to please call for an appointment so they'll have it ready for you.
Thank you, Frank. Board members, are there any comments or questions? May I have a motion and a second to accept the pre-audited financial report?
So moved.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion is approved. Next, we're on the agenda for the committee reports, all committees. We're going to start off with a monthly report from the Architectural Compliance Committee, Bud Jensen.
Okay, thank you, President. We of course had no meeting, but Joanne Barnes and Jim Miller and myself have been very busy this last month. So the summary of activities from August 25th to September 20th, September 28th, I'm sorry. As of September 28th, permits approved were 138, and permits denied is 1. And the permits 2 weeks or more past due date requiring follow-up is 8. And so there is no recommendation this month for the board, or no recommendation for management. And that concludes my report. Any questions?
Thank you, Bud. The rest of the committees are not meeting. This is due to all committee meetings have been suspended until after January 1st, 2021. I am going to insert here before I move forward on the agenda. I'm going to ask Patrol Manager Shirley Perini to step forward to the lectern, and she would like to talk to everybody.
Mr. President and Board of Directors, and all of our members watching. To say the last month has been a nightmare with political signs would be an understatement. So I'm here to clarify some. That I had a misunderstanding in some direction about a month ago, and wherein I said it would be permissible that we were relaxing the rules of the policies that you could put signs on the common areas, but you could not put them on the golf courses. That is not how our policies read. And in talking with the general manager this morning, I realized the error of my ways. So I'm going to read to you just a couple of items from the Sun Lakes HOA 2 policy manual. That would be chapter 9-09, and it would be entitled Campaign and Political Signage. Number 1 is policies. Item 1 reads, political signs may only be placed on private homeowner property. We've had to remove some that were set out on the curb and partially back in the yard. So please be careful when you set them. One of the issues is the signs shall not be placed facing the golf course. We've all adhered to that, so I just want to say thank you for that. My error was in saying you could put them on the common areas. That is not allowed, and we are going forward from this day. We'll be asking each one of the homeowners that has done that to please remove them and put them on the front of their property. We're not enforcing at this point the number of signs, but we do ask that you keep your front yards looking nice, because there are some that have more than numerous in their yard. And the signs may only be placed either in the homeowner's front yard or inside of a front window. Signs may not be attached to the property fences or walls in any direction. So please help me out and adhere to that. I'll be coming around. You'll see me out there too, trying to work this and keep it in order. Let's enjoy our beautiful community. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley. We are now down to committee reports, or project reports, excuse me. Cottonwood Restaurant Enhancement Remodel, Don Hicks.
Thank you, Mr. President. The project is on schedule. Flooring is underway and scheduled to finish in the next several days. Several small items yet to be finished by subcontractors. Project has been moving along in an orderly manner. The completion of construction scheduled for mid-October. Roger, do you have anything to add?
Well, it's looking good. Everybody's going to be happy. That's the only thing I want to add. Thank you, Don.
Steve,
No, nothing.
questions from the board? Questions from homeowners? Homeowner?
Looking good. I just sent out the pictures to the boards.
Good. I'd like to finish with thanking Marshall and Jim for all their work and attention to detail makes or breaks any project, as you well know, if you've done any remodeling. Thank you, guys. That's the extent of my report.
Thank you, Don. Next, we have the Palo Verde restroom renovation. Steve Nolan.
The Palo Verde restroom renovation is a little behind schedule due to several plumbing issues, and it was mostly due to all the cast iron pipes we had in there that needed to be replaced that were behind the wall, underground. Now we're into the framing portion, and perhaps we'll be able to catch up a little there, but it's going along smoothly. I can tell you that much.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Next, you get to come right back at you with the management report.
Thank you. I want to take this time to introduce Tim Rochford, our Fitness Activity Center Director, and a little bit of history about Tim. Tim holds a master's degree in exercise science, a bachelor's degree in sports management, has been in the fitness industry since 1984, earning his initial certification through the IDEA Foundation, now ACE, in 1988. Tim currently holds numerous certifications, including ACE Medical Fitness Specialist, the Cooper Institute, MPFS, Level 1, AAHF Senior Fitness. Tim has been conducting education provider in the fitness industry since 1997, presenting kickboxing, fitness, and self-defense workshop nationally and internationally. Tim has been training in martial arts since 1978, currently holds a 7th degree black belt in, if I can say this right, Kajuk-Inbo. He competed as an amateur kickboxer in the 1980s and 1990s. He's authored the only self-defense instructor training course, workshop, and home study that is currently accredited for CEC and CEU in the fitness industry. He has designated and patented the P2 Force, a unique bodyweight elastic resistant training machine. Tim enjoys working with clients of all ages, but especially mature adults. His desire to improve the quality of life of mature adults played a critical role and was the driving force behind the development of the P2 Force resistance training apparatus. I feel Tim is a great fit for our community and will do a great job as our fitness center director. Tim, welcome to our management team and welcome to our community. Tim, can you stand up? And we won't hold you the 30-minute speech. But I'll move on with my management report. It's been another busy month. Facilities maintenance has been very busy this month, making repairs for the monsoon storm damage. Common area and golf maintenance have also been very busy, cleaning up of removal down trees from the storm. Wind damage to the ceiling fans at back patio ceiling at the admin building took place during the big monsoon storm. This was repaired by facilities maintenance. They also repaired tables around the pools. They repaired the Cottonwood Tennis Court number 5 canopy, which was damaged by the strong winds. They installed new doors at the Cottonwood Driving Range Storage Building. They installed speakers into the new ceiling tiles at the Cottonwood Grill. They removed failing tile at the Cottonwood Kids Pool and repaired what was causing the tile to fail in the first place. They removed a faulty water heater at Sis Park, and Jim was able to repurpose an on-demand hot water tank that was removed from the Cottonwood Bar and Grill during the renovation. For the most up-to-date information, please remember to read the flyer in the end of the note. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Tim, the board welcomes you, and I'm glad you're here helping us mature adults. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate the chance to be part of this team.
Good, good. Okay, moving along, we're going to have director's comments, and this time we're going to start with Bud Jensen today.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I want to thank Employee of the Month Louise. He really deserves that situation. Yeah, he's a wonderful person. And Marshall and Jim, want to thank you for all your work you're doing. And Jim, my goodness, you, you and your people are busy people. Thank you very much. And Tim, thank you to the fitness center, the new fitness center. I'm sure, welcome to Sun Lake. That's all I have to say about that. I'm sure you're working very well. That's it, Roger.
Thank you, Bud.
Okay, Bud did the same thing to me that he did last week, or last month. He said everything I was gonna say, and I can prove it, so I have it written.
Say it again.
So, but I will say welcome, Tim. Thank you very much. You haven't seen me over there yet, but I'm going to be coming over there, okay?
You
So.
said it, now I'm gonna hold you.
All right, and Jim, what can I say, man? You're the hardest working guy I know. And your team, of course, not just you, but I mean, your whole team and everything, all right? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And that's about all I have to say.
You got it.
Also, welcome, Tim, and good luck with working with the mature adults around here. And Shirley, thank you for that, because it's really helped clarify a lot of questions that I know that has been out there regarding all of our political signs. And a lot of excitement going on. Roger and the board has mentioned already, it's all the exciting things going on with the Cottonwood redesign and the Hallaberry restrooms, and now repurposing the old fitness center and getting pickleball back going again. So just a lot of exciting things going on. And everybody just be safe out there. That's it, Roger.
Thank you. You got it, right?
Yeah, first off, I want to thank Luis for the job that he's doing, and Marshall, if he came up with the recipe for your clam chowder soup.
He makes it every week, yeah.
It's excellent. We enjoy it every week. Secondly, I'd like to thank my fellow board members for doing their monthly assignments on reviewing the departmental budgets. I think it's very helpful to the rest of us to get a little more detail on the results in the departmental budgets, and I thank you for your efforts. And it's helpful. It's helpful to me, and I think it helps the rest of the board members.
Welcome, Tim. I have one question. What's the difference between mature adults and old folks?
I really don't want to go into that.
You have to ask.
So, welcome.
Thank you,
We know you're gonna do a great job. You're doing a great job.
thank
But
you.
just the short time you've been here, and we appreciate that. And our homeowners deeply appreciate it. I've had a lot of feedback that you've taken a lot of time with individuals on some of their personal issues, and that's a good thing.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank Luis Garcia for Employee of the Month. And I'd like to thank our management for the great job they've done during this COVID crisis. Our financials show that. We could have very easily been deep in the hole financially, and we're not. Because management jumped right on it, tightened the screws, changed things around, and the result is very good results in our financials under the circumstances. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome Tim also. It's good to see you here, and you're going to love this community. It's really a great place. I'd like to congratulate Luis for such a great job as well. I'd also like to say thank you to all the board members, because here I am. You're allowing me to serve on the board, and I appreciate the opportunity and your confidence in me, and I'm looking forward to working with each of you and with our community so we can just be the best we can be. Thanks so much.
Thank you, board members. All very well said. Next on the agenda is capital reserve replacement fund requests. There are none. PV gate fund There are none. Capital Improvement Fund request? None. Voluntary Contribution Fund? None. Cottonwood Bar and Grill renovation? None. Under old business, there is no business to discuss. We now move to new business. The first on new business is your tab number 2. This is to approve the 2021 exceptions to the golf calendar. May I have a motion and a second to accept the recommendation of the exceptions to the golf calendar?
So moved.
Second.
Board members, are there any questions, comments, or needed information on this recommendation? All those that approve, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay.
Nay.
The motion is approved. The exceptions to the golf calendar are approved by the board. Next is the tab number 3. This is to approve the golf rate for Cottonwood Palo Verde for the year 2020 to 2021 to be effective November 1st through October 31st, 2021. Board members, are there any discussion or changes to the proposed management recommendation of the golf rates?
Yes, Mr. President.
Don?
The Gender Day only membership, Cottonwood Lady Niners, has been increased from $350 annually to $600 annually. I move we amend the Gender Day only membership, Cottonwood Lady Niners, from the $600 annual proposed downward to $425 annual.
Is there a second to that motion?
I will second that.
I want everybody on the board to understand this. This $600 fee to the ladies Niners does not apply to those that have the annual golf pass. Board members, are there any questions or additional clarifications to the motion and the second that is on the floor? Hearing none. All those that will approve the motion to change the Gender Day only membership of the Cottonwood Lady Niners from $600 to $425, will you signal by saying aye?
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. This motion is approved. The board approves the fee change on the Gender Day only membership for the Cottonwood Ladies Niners. It will now be $425. Now that we have amended the Cottonwood Palo Verde golf rates, are there any suggested changes to the other golf rates? Hearing no other changes from the board members, may I have a motion and a second to approve the Cottonwood Palo Verde 2021 as amended?
So
Second.
Board members, are there any comments or questions on this motion?
Steve, I've got a comment in total on the fees. And going back to the Gender Day membership for the Cottonwood Lady Niners, I would hope that Desmond and yourself next year will give consideration to not having this membership, but to put in place a 9-hole annual membership similar to the format that you've got for the 18 holes. This individual one, I keep think he's gonna continue to, cause a conversation. And it's for a small group. I think we ought to have a 9-home membership that covers the community, and these, ladies in this group can participate in that if they're so interested.
Good point, and well taken. I will talk to the president and Greg on.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Steve, for listening to that. Okay, now we have a motion and a second on the floor. All those approved, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. The motion is approved. The Cottonwood Palo Verde 2021 golf rates, as amended, are approved by the board. Next on the agenda is first readings. There are none. I see one homeowner that's in attendance today. Dave Hosevar, would you like to make a comment? Wait for the microphone, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have two. One is from Ron. He was a homeowner, but after I was taking pictures at Cottonwood this morning, I was traversing back to my golf cart. Ron was coming in. He was on his cart, and he was disabled. So I assisted opening the gates going to the Cottonwood pool. And we chatted for a moment, and he said, why is there no, I told him I was taking pictures, trying to be brief. And as part of the community, and he asked, he said, why is there no music at the pool? And I said, well, it'll probably be coming on, very shortly. And he says, well, we asked somebody a while back, and they said, he says, it's too much of a trouble while they're doing it, while they're in construction. I politely said, that they have members that do it. So I mentioned that when construction is finished, I would make a point on the record for you, Ron, he's watching on the World Wide Web, that the pool people would like to have music, regularly, and hopefully it'll be gone, from like 11 o'clock after the exercise classes, so they can enjoy it. So, and he thanked me. He said, "Are you a member of the board?" I says, "No, but maybe someday I will. But I'm a member of the communications committee," and he thanked me very much. And Ron went on his merry way. And so that was Ron's comment from the community. Number two, again, thanks, Marshall, for a great job with your people and your staff during all of this. And the food's been great. And congratulations, Tim. And I'm glad Big Ten football is back as well. So they can enjoy it at the Cottonwood with all those great TV sets. So, yeah, and they are lit up already. So they're lit up on the wall. So they're ready to go. So that's it. Thank you, Mr. President.
Not a problem. You do realize that Big Ten football is not going to be broadcast as part of Mississippi.
Yes, it probably will be.
All right, some closing comments. We want to thank all of those today that were watching on live stream. We wish all of our homeowners to be safe, stay healthy. Remember your social distancing and masking in the restaurant and bar areas. Please keep informed of what is going on in our community and subscribing to In the Know in the Flyer, delivered to your email on Tuesday and Friday of each week. Board members, are there any other comments that you would like to make? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.